shipping company pressing their contribution. Hey.
Detective!
What? Too many of them. I gotta get out of here. Whoa! Now what do we got here? Thank God that's over.
Please don't touch her.
Jeremy, what are you doing here? Everyone's looking for you.
I know, it's all a big mess. No one understands. I'm just trying to keep evil at bay. Just for a little while longer.
You've got to come back with me. Your niece is waiting at Derceto.
Emily? Why would you... My letter. Keep making it worse.
What is going on, Jeremy? How is any of this happening?
I made a terrible promise with someone.
The Dark Man. Who is he?
No, don't say his name. He can hear us. He's always listening.
Jeremy, I need to understand what is going on.
I promised him everything. When the sun rises, I will be chained in his sunken desert temple for an eternity. But at least the evil about to awaken in Derceto won't harm anyone outside of that cursed place.
You're acting crazy, Jeremy. I want to help.
There's nothing you can do.
And what's all the business about Tarawea? Why did you want to go there?
I can't go there. I'm not allowed.
But you wanted to. Can I go? Tell me, will it help me to break your pact? Is there something there that would help?
Why would you give me hope? That's so cruel.
Okay. Sounds like we're onto something here. What should I—
Look out! Behind you! Run! Don't let him take you! I've seen so many strange occurrences lately. Memories explode into existence and then burn out like tired glass bulb filaments. Dreamscapes crash down from the stars and sink into the sea. Doors that lead to nowhere and absolutely everywhere at once. With all this reverie, I want to think there's a chance that you found a way to remain alive in some way I cannot fathom. Just like I've learned to navigate with my talisman, maybe you, with all your knowledge, you somehow knew a way to find me again, perhaps in Tarawea. All my love, Jeremy.
She's dead. No matter how she died, she looks peaceful now. The Astarte Artist Colony. I remember hearing about their disappearance. Must have been 15 years or more now. Telescope lens. Why would he lock that up?
Jeremy had found a way to enter Tarawea, but he wasn't allowed to go. He knew deep down.
Whoa, what's going on? It's dialing in something all on its own and it's showing the way to another memory? Where is that?
Another world seeping into Derceto. Was this a taste of that?
Here we go.
I'm glad to see you made it. I had my doubts, but the hope you instilled has yet abandoned me.
I guess this must be Tarawea. Who are you?
My name is Juan Luis Jorge, and this is indeed the convent of Tarawea. You'll have to excuse me, but Yermi never got your name.
The name's Edward Carnby. I'm a private investigator. You're not a patient, are you?
No. I'm the author of a book that Yermi once found important.
How does that work? Are you part of this memory as well? Is this even a memory?
I think calling me a manifestation of Yermi's subconscious would be more correct. And so is the convent of Tarawea. I'm a man Yermi has never met, and we are in a place that he has never been.
Okay. So are you here to guide me or something?
I have no more purpose than you do. I simply am. I will happily help you, of course, if I'm able.
If you are already somehow part of Jeremy, why did he want to come here? Isn't he sort of here already?
Yermi wanted to come here because it's a representation of his mind at peace. When Dr. Gray asks him to find his focus during his sessions, this far-flung convent is what Yermi imagines. He is under the impression that if he could physically come here, he would reach a perfect equanimity, a spiritual apotheosis.
You don't think it would work?
Yermi subconsciously knows it's just wishful thinking. He can't come here. Despite the pathways opened by the dark man between Derceto and Yermi's psyche, it's simply not possible.
But I'm here.
Indeed. It's a shame it's just another place for you, Detective. Otherwise, you could have become a Buddha.
Always a bridesmaid, never a blushing bride. Am I right?
Yes, I suppose so. You'll have to chase enlightenment elsewhere.
So what's the next best thing? What can I do here?
You should seek out the convent library and try to find the truth about Yermi's relationship with the Dark Man. It's the sort of knowledge he represses and is unable to reflect on.
Will it tell me how to break the pact?
Perhaps. At least you'll have something to confront Yermi with.
Wait, why can't you just tell me?
I don't know such things. You'd be better off consulting the text of Dr. Freud if you want such answers.
No thanks, I hate shrinks.
There is another thing you should know about the library. He is here as well. The Dark Man has been working his way through the text for a long time.
He's here? How am I supposed to get past him?
Be careful, Detective.
Oh, jeez, just perfect.
Hey, look, if we're getting honest, it's probably getting a bit up its own fucking dick, right? So we're now, weirdly, in Jeremy's memory of a location he's never been to, with a dude he's never met. And we're soon going to get persecuted by an invulnerable enemy in his mind called the Dark Man, which was nothing more than his impression of a magician at one point. So it's incredibly silly and seemingly low stakes. Besides the fact that the magic seems to have worked, and look, the Dark Man, as far as like chasing enemies go, it's not Mr. X. It's not the monster from Amnesia the Bunker. It's not really scary. It's just kind of goofy. Like, he just puts fart gas everywhere and you got to run where he's not. Then you got to avoid him. And that's it. And you got to climb ladders. Like, it's not... yeah. Anyway. But yeah, like at this point, it's no longer. What would you say? It's approaching the Evil Within 1 levels of not connected symbolism and, you know, just sort of dumb shit. It's like Evil Within 1, oh, you go to an area and it's flooded and there's sea monsters in it for some fucking reason and the sea monsters insta-kill you. Like, it's just throwing it in there for the sake of throwing it in there. Like, that we're in... Like, it's not even explained how Edward managed to get here besides the talisman, right? How he's able to get into Jeremy's essentially imagination. It's played off as memories, but it's more imagination and memories. Like, yeah.
The great library was endless, beautiful, and terrible. An Akashic record for the universe inside the mind of Jeremy Hartwood, now corrupted by a story forced upon him, told by a maniacal liar, an evil conjured by science and secrecy. I will suspend a room and lock away the foundation of his character. Its key will be left to the librarian, the only thing invisible to the Prowler.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it gets to a point where the gameplay is so divorced from the physical world, physical consequences and physical actions, that it sort of ceases to mean anything. Like, the Evil Within 1 had that. The Evil Within 2, it was more explicitly stated it was a community of minds, so Evil Within 2 worked and executed that well. But Evil Within 1 is just, you kind of woke up within the fucking machine and he's sort of in like a, you know, a psychopath, a murderous psychopath's mind. Like, it's... yeah, it's just kind of goofy. I mean, I guess it fits the overall tone of Alone in the Dark, which is very tongue-in-cheek, don't take it too fucking seriously, but still. Like, this game is goofy. We did find a fucking mummified cat earlier, which was an item, like a non-essential item. Like, just a random mummified cat. Like, what the fuck? And look, if we're being brutally honest, the Darkman's design is not scary, it's kind of goofy. Like, it's a little bit like a, you know, Eyes Wide Shut party mask with, like, weird flanges off the side of his head. But, like, if it would have been like a Reaper or something, like symbolize, you know, Jeremy's fear of death or fear of the end of all things because of his, you know, deal with the fucking infinite goat Cthulhu monster Shub Niggurath, and I have to believe H.P. Lovecraft chose that name deliberately to try and sneak a certain word out of that name. But like the design's goofy. Like I suppose it works fine as just a, you know, you've got to avoid him sort of, you know, puzzle area boss fight, whatever. Like it doesn't really matter. It's not too offensive, but it's not. Like, it could have been scarier. Like, even just replacing it with, like, a Grim Reaper figure rather than, like, a vaguely weird, eyes wide shut Egyptian figure. Like, I can see what they're trying to go for, especially later. They're trying to draw the line from ancient Egypt and Arabs to H.P. Lovecraft lore, with the mad Arab, Al-Hazred, or whatever his name was, right, and I think it was the Necronomicon, I'm not sure. Like, they're trying to lean into the Lovecraft, and I appreciate that. Like, it's good, but like, it could have been executed a little bit better, that's all. That's all I'm saying.
Here's something. It was in the hot autumn that I went through the night with the restless crowds. He was a kind of itinerant showman who held forth in public halls and aroused widespread fear. The New Orleans address of the event is lost, but I remember distinctly the Prext Shipping Company pressing their contribution. Hey.
Detective!
What?
I hope you found what you were looking for. I fear there is no going back.
I was so close. There must be something I can work with. Come on, Garmby, think. Think! The shipping company. Prext. Right.
Good luck, detective.
Well, thank God you're here, Detective. Sitting all alone in a place like this? I'd never live it down if the papers got wind of it.
Hey. Ruth, right?
Oh, don't pretend you don't know. I'm sure you have a whole file on me by now, Detective. I suppose we weren't formally introduced. I'm Ruth Talon. Miss Ruth Talon, in case you're wondering.
Edward Carnby.
Enchanté.
You sure?
I had too many already.
Nice. It's good.
I know. I have great taste, Detective. I heard you're trying to break Jeremy's promise to the Dark Man.
Yeah. Do you know anything about that kind of stuff?
No, but it makes you wonder. If he made a promise, can't he simply stand by his words?
Look, I'm just trying to get Jeremy out of a bad deal, so he'll come back with us to New Orleans.
Well, if all fails,
What are you doing?
it's a sign of submission to the Dark Man. I saw it in a dream once.
What? You don't know the Prext Shipping Company by any chance?
I do. They made big money during the war. Their waterfront office is just over there.
How did you do that?
Do what, detective? Bonne chance.
Hey, have you seen Emily Hartwood anywhere?
Are you trying to make me jealous, detective? No, I haven't seen your doll anywhere.
That being said, I kind of dig the style and the dialogue with the NPCs and the tone and the theme it has there. It's sort of the
Prext Shipping.
ye old dealing with Creole from like a white person's perspective, where it's all mystery and no one understands the voodoo or the voodoo dolls or the spirit world or any of that stuff. Like that's kind of cool. But yeah, like it is very tongue-in-cheek.
It's locked from the other side. must be another way inside. The sewer system has a tunnel running right below Preg's shipping company. I bet I can use it to get inside. All finished. made it inside the warehouse. The office must be upstairs. Hey, I always wanted to try one of these.
Oh, and this fucking puzzle. The code is the... Like, I was looking for environmental hints to do with, you know, hell and all that sort of stuff. There's no environmental hints to that. What it is purely the number of letters in those words. That's the code. And, like, I spend, like, you know, 5 to 10 minutes just wandering around looking for environmental hints on certain things associated with that words, like looking at paintings, just looking for numbers in the environment and that sort of thing. Like, yeah, the hints are just, like, that one's just kind of like a pretty dickish puzzle. Like, there's no lead up to it, right? Like, I'm sure, like, an autistic person would draw, like, a fucking straight line. Oh, number of words, number of letters. Like, and go from there and manage to just, you know, purse it out just straight away. But, like, a normal person's gonna, like, look at that. It's gonna draw the associations to the words to, like, things in the environment and think, okay, it's gonna be a hint about something in the environment that's gonna be the code. But it wasn't that. It was just the number of letters in the words, and, like, everything else has had, like, environmental hints about it, but this one's no. Like, come on, fucking cheeky bastards.